Howdy, howdy, everybody. Good to see you all joining in. Let's get started. Let's get the show on the road. Thank you all for showing up. CrowdStrike is up 30 on my calls. Half a position out. Very good, Mamba. Very good. Good job right there. Very good. Alrighty. Wanna take a look at what's going on here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what you're doing. Alrighty. Mamba, you have more. Uh, well, yeah, sure. I see. Look, you have more. You're probably more likely than not have more. This thing is suspicious right there, right? Just kind of this thing right here is a bit suspicious. Suspicious. You know what I mean? It is very sus. Yes, very sus. So being that close, having that, yeah, it's problematic, but Swiss cheese, and I'm gonna be very surprised, and given the fact that this is here, so yeah, I mean, it's probably than not, if anything. The question is, do you have time? Because if the market goes to shit, that goes to shit with it, regardless of. That's the question. Just saying, since we're already there. Let's look at our regular usual culprits. Nothing all that abnormal. We opened up and we got more of a bullish day today. Based upon this, it's all kind of, well, falls in line. It makes sense. We retested that 5809 rather clearly. Remember how I said it's going to be a support and a resistance? There you go. Perfectly. Perfect. Right? So perfect. The trend is still being retained, so nothing all that surprising. Uptrend 1 minute, no one cares. Let's continue. Uptrend 5 minutes, more impressive. That gives some credence to all this. That's kind of makes sense to that thing, right there, right? We might be looking at this thing right there, probably, if anything. What about our 30 minutes? Our 30 minutes are bearish. So if anything, based upon this time, I would easily say both. So 58.29, or make it, or even make it some wedge. Give us some wedge, baby. I think we're not going to be surprised if we're going to see some of that. Not all that weird. In fact, we might slip through and retest this wonderful thing, making still a wedge or whatever, right? So it's still very, very possible. Sorry, pardon me. If that's going to make you feel better about it, right? It's kind of like that and kind of like that. If that's going to make you feel any better about the thing and the things. It doesn't have to be a single candlestick. Could be a couple. Could be three. So yeah, we have that. Could be more. Not yet ready. Gives some credence to that bullish stuff we saw, and then that thing that I just drew, continuing. So kind of makes sense, right? So just kind of makes sense. I'm gonna turn on the live chat. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I missed something at some point, it might have been because I was not in the live chat. My bad. Apologies, ladies and gents. What about this? What about this? How are we feeling about this? We are feeling about this. Well, not indicative enough. That's what we're feeling about this. Very confusing, kind of annoying. Obviously, here median. That's what we're at. Are we departing? Are we departing? Are we retesting? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, let's see. The beautiful thing about a larger time frame, it's going to be far more indicative of what you're really trying to look at and discern about the market. That looks like it is doing some fake out, but I would argue that it still is a downtrend, if anything. And yes, even if you're going to have either a fake out or a convergence divergence here, this is still sketchy. Well, let's see what the daily gives us. Daily. Daily, yeah, daily is more bearish than bullish, but it's doing that right on the edge right here. That is a bit sketchy. I mean, at face value, right? If we want to be objective about this, so at face value, it is bearish, right? Red dominant on top, so dominant, and so yes, it is not looking phenomenal for all that beautiful stuff that is occurring right here for ya. So we are probably going to be retesting that and that, and that basis sort of, in my assessment, whether we're going to be whether we're going to be doing some highs that we predicted that potentially are normal. We're still going here for certain, sometime soon. Rather, it seems we could be doing this. I could be wrong. I could be a moron. We could be doing this, which will result in give or take 59, 55. Could be. My thinking that's what we're doing. Honestly, I'm surprised we got this high. I said before, I have to repeat this. Can we make it this high? No, we can't. We just can't. Why we can't? Because everybody are hyper focused on your weekly. The thing is with your weekly that you have only 2 more days left for it before we start adjourning this candlestick, and we have just that much in the barrel in the short term, and we have earnings that could potentially hurt this even further, and your monthly still looks like poop. So in fact, it is squeezed to death. At this point, this is phenomenal. Again, those who understand, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, now it makes a lot more sense. Alrighty, so this, boys and girls, is a problem. Those who don't understand, this is a big problem. And these problems may take a long time to solve. Same way we on the upside spend years on doing, we might as well be spending years on doing, right? It doesn't have to be the same length. It could be this much shorter. You really think applying the thinking of, we go up by the stairs and drop by the elevator, or we're gaining, the market gains in droplets and loses in buckets, will be less applicable to this, or even worse. So yeah, that's just the reality. That is the current reality of the trend, which you cannot be biased and say it functions well on all the time frames, and suddenly on the monthly it shows something you don't like, and you say, oh, suddenly it doesn't work. No, that's not how shit works. Your inability to measure and be objective about it, that's the problem. I'm not saying it to anybody individual. I'm speaking plurally speaking, right? Plurally. Plurally. Righty. So, can you please chart Amazon? I hate charting Amazon. There are various reasons for it. Commerce. Blah. But because I appreciate you showing up, there you go. Nannies! Nannies, everybody shout out to Nannies. Nannies, the best legendary mod and member of ours. So, and a friend of mine. At this point, I can say friend. Haha. Yeah, let's do Amazon. I hate doing Amazon, but Amazon. Smash the like, boys and girls. That is true. I mean, you moved on the downtrend, so it is pretty clear what was ceiling, now is floor. So you were able to, what would some would not notice, to push higher, but really you were doing that through a very problematic channel. Channel problematic. Why? Because it right now it's fake. What you're seeing on the daily here is fake. It is hyper focused on what you're seeing here, and the outcome of this, it all is, well, not of this, but really the outcome of this, really, what is this? This is probably short range. So no, that's not the outcome. That's just 100. Yeah. So it probably stops going from, where is it? Yeah, it's just this range, and you just can see the coincidence. Wink, wink. Premium for all you boys and girls who stay around and join my lives. All right, so it is an uptrend, but that's a daily, and on that channel you are probably going to be able to squeeze higher again based upon this trend. How much higher, that is hard to decide. Let me just look at this beautiful thing for a second. Let me just beautiful one thing. Look at this thing. I mean, I know why am I doing this punishment to myself every time. Yeah, we got, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? So it's going to be like this. Give me this one. Give me this baby. Right. Now, you sir are in a problem. But how have we been doing? I forgot to check. I've been doing phenomenal, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what? Ah, right. Right, because ship, right. Oh, who are they? What do they do? I don't know. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder, 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 schwunder, wunder. Look. Straightforward, right? To be objective about this, if you compare this to this, your eyes might be able to see some similarities. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that for ya. So I'm sorry. There is you're in a problem. Yeah, you're starting to see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? I finally made it to the live this week. Welcome, Nannies. Yeah, welcome, welcome, Miss Mom. Mash like Christoph. Oh, thank you. And always bell ring. Yes, ring the bell. Otherwise, you'll not be informed. I do think we're kind of the regulars here, and but we love nannies. We do love nannies. Nannies keep things in order. You guys don't even understand. Grab a few November calls on Amazon. Gotcha. I see. I see. I see what you're saying right there. Is that Bezos resistance at 200? Bezos doesn't have resistances. Bezos have supports. He is not a resistance kind of guy. He's more of a support kind of guy. So that is partially the problem. You see, Amazon is actually there's like so much crap that goes into why Amazon does not give us normal perception of its price action and how skewed it can it get and survive certain hurdles better than other ones. I'm avoiding of saying it, but it's highly manipulated. Look, if I'm right and shit is gonna hit the fan, expect like 120 here, expect 150 to be tested. I don't know how about the 100. Are we really gonna retrace 50%, go the entire wave? I don't know. I don't think so. It's a bit problematic, but could be. I'm not gonna lie to you. We could end up seeing the 90s ish. Not necessarily 70s ish, but more like 80s ish. Because if we're gonna get slippage from the 90s, you're gonna get some. Where's that? Give me some. Give me some. We might see something akin to this, right? It's kind of this range. That makes sense to you, right? What I'm saying? What I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? But yeah, you're probably gonna have a negative wedge here with this beautiful support and resistance, giving us the ability to test this over time. And it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a process, and that's if you're lucky, and you're really not gonna end up testing below the like really, really, really. I mean, yeah, those are. I would probably argue towards these three because that one Bezos doesn't like, right? You know what I mean? Like that's probably gonna be where Bezos is gonna say nope, nope. Yeah. Exactly. KC. To join the Discord, there is a link in the chat right now. Those are still on the Discord, not on the Discord somehow. The link is in the description. So depending on what you paid for the calls, make sure to use take profit opportunities. Christoph, very correct. Both of you guys have, I think you guys agree more than you realize. They might not last that long. Oh, no, no, no. Why? Christoph, they will. They will. I miss you guys when you can't make it to the lives. Nannies, it's fine. We understand. Again, for me, it's far more important to know that if you're out and about, you're driving safe and not trying to juggle both things, because that is not good. If there was anything that drove me nuts when I used to work in the industry is when people used to answer and I used to be almost forced by my bosses to speak to people knowing that they're not really. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you see. It doesn't take you to not be a good driver. You are a good driver, hopefully speaking. Most of us are here are good drivers, but it's not about you, it's about the other people on the road. And it sometimes it's that millisecond of attention and focus of you to be able to do the thing to prevent it. And sometimes that millisecond is focused on watching, on listening. And that's why I truly hate knowing that people are conversing and doing. Guys, cars are killing machines. We're lucky enough that our governments are not crazy enough to start locking us, in various ways that we can do this, that, and we're allowed so much freedom. Let's not abuse it and be smart. That's kind of my approach to cars, if you will, and driving in general. When you join the Discord, be sure to read and confirm the rules. Very correct. Boys and girls, confirm the rules. Nanny tells you something very important here. If you don't confirm the rules, you'll be stuck in limbo. Thus, you'll never be able to join. Also, very correct. Patreon. Those who are not on the Patreon, not students of mine, which I have to remind you, I still have one spot in the One-on-One Academy in which I teach technical analysis and how to understand why we're reading these lines, which ones are more correct, how do you extrapolate them, how do you read the tools, far more advanced tools, not just the stuff we're using here. Actual proper technical analysis that if, God forbid, tomorrow Greg is dropping dead, you guys know how to do this shit on your own. And you're not dependent on Greg whatsoever. You can ask, I have a lot of students of mine in the Discord community, you can ask them, they can tell you whether the course is good or not. Yeah. And in the Patreon, if you do want to participate in the Hangouts in the Discord and have a lot more access to me and the various activities we have in our amazing Discord, which now has 19,000 people in a bit, 19,100 and something, closing to 200. We're probably sure to get it to 20,000 soon. Important notice, we will be doing a bit of a purge, okay? Don't worry about it. Most of you are active on the Discord, right? People who will be not active on the Discord over 28 days will be purged. It does not mean people who will be purged cannot come back. Everyone always can come back. It's just that there will be a cleanup process, and some people who are inactive completely on Discord might need to come back afterwards. Yeah, also very important, like I said, the rule I was about to say, rather, read the rules, right? Read the rules, know them. It's important. There are rules that are not necessarily written here, and I'm going to correct that, some new stuff, like, for example, no chatting in the threads only. I mean, you can chat, sure, but do that only in threads, right? You open up a thread, you see a post of someone's, and you make it create a thread. You'll have probably a button right here offers you to create a thread, all right? And that goes to everyone and anyone. And if you post here, I'm sorry, no longer going to remind you guys not to post text here. Here we don't do that. Here we just post links with full-sized thumbnails. And if somebody will start chatting here, like for example, Analytic, I swear to God, I'm gonna. What is this? This is a thread. This is a thread. What is this? What is this? I'm gonna start punishing people. I'm gonna start punishing people. Don't do that. Don't make me do that. Threads only. You see? I'm being super generous. Don't test my stuff. Don't. People should be getting banned. And it applies to both ends, whether we're in the members partition, you see members partition, Academy students, Tom's Academy students get to enjoy all of this beautiful stuff, announcements and such. you guys get these beautiful stuff, all sorts of messages and lectures, and access to the previous lectures and all the lectures, all the beautiful stuff. And you get class notes and beautiful stuff, and articles and beautiful stuff. And of course, you get access to Investory if you are a member of Investory's Academy, which is me. Good, nice to meet you. Threads only. This is where that place I was talking about. No chatting here. If you chat here, you're gonna get timed out. It's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have a problem, right? Off with your head. And that's it, boys and girls. This is that. Let's go back to the market. See what the market is doing. Wrong chart. Good chart. Okay, Amazon. We looked at Amazon. I think you figured out what's going on with Amazon, right? It's not that it is all in the same boat. The only boat that will float is the boat or are the boats that are meant to be life rafts. Everything else will drown. It will not be pleasant. Yeah? Yeah. Because of Bezos, dude, selling always at 200 with 195 calls and not much room. Ah, I see. Like he's manipulating stuff there. I see. That's what you're saying. There's people doing slots and driving. Doing slots. There's people doing slots and driving low. That's bad, Slime. That is very bad. I hate the idea of this altogether. Hello, Bad Wars Gang. Hi again. What do you think about football? Football. Bufu. Bias. Yeah. Remember. Great movie. Let's look at Fubu. You want Fubu? Bufu? Bufu? Phoebe? We're gonna look at Phoebe. First of all, what am I missing there? I think I missed something. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it. No, don't worry. Don't worry. It's all good. Don't worry. We're good. Fubo, you said bad. Just a second. We're gonna get to Bufu. Bufu, Fubu. In a second, just right after I make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, thank you. I miss you guys. You were there. I mean, you're busy. We get it, right? But when you're there, things are, squeaky clean, if you know what I mean. So when you get to push over 185, I would. You're still with that, right? Fuba. Right. Let's look at your Fubu. Fubo. Ready. Oh, that's right. That is so unpleasant. Hmm. Yes, yes, right. Hmm. Please. How about them? Hmm. Well, for short term, it's gonna go down more. It has more downside. It still wishes to go down, but it seems that it's testing bottom, hence ready to go up. But that's interesting. Let's try. First of all, yes, sure, of course. How new is this shit? Very new. Mucho new. No, you have a problem there. You have a big problem with that one. Yeah, you have a big problem there. That is. Let me just see for a sec. For a sec. For a sec. Hmm. FUBA engages in providing subscription to sports and news, entertainment, and yeah. Yeah. I think we looked at them just recently. It was that we checked it out. Yeah, you're gonna go down. I mean, look, yeah, Yeah, you have a lot of movement downside there. I'm not a big fan. I don't like what the chart is showing on that one. It looks all very negative. There has to be something phenomenal with them. They have to close some phenomenal deals and I don't know, show whatever the hell they should be showing for them to actually get out of this rut. Otherwise, they will be going up and down in a very low, narrow channel as things will get worse and worse and worse with them. At least it seems like this is not something that's going to fade in the upcoming year or so. Maybe it will take like 2 years ish. It seems it's like a whole 2.5 years, maybe, to be precise. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, right. No. Next season on the FUBU, shit is hitting the fan real hard. Flying everywhere. Get your umbrellas out. Next season on FUBU. They have earnings in 2 weeks. Cool. Stream. Thank you, Alex. So, roll today. Yeah, Christoph is always on the blast. He's like you keep him tame, but if you let him go, he's always on the blast. Much like you. Thank you, Alex. You really great mud. I can try is to be the most funny. All right, fair enough, or not so funny. No, you're okay, Christoph. You're good, brother. Yeah, you have some. You get some. You miss some. It's all good. Cristiano. Many thanks. Cristiano. Okay, our lesson left a trace of Trailer Man. Yeah, that's no. Actually, yeah, Cristiano. But it more so it was because I thought about the television thing in FUBU. Next season in the walking market. I could see your little heart icon popping, Alex. Thank you for it. Yeah. But yeah, it was that as well. That's maybe where it was there in the brain as well. So SML, those who don't know, double beaten, still a movement to the downside, but it's weird how we left this gap. I don't know. It's kind of like I'm not sure about this. I have a feeling this thing is gonna get filled rather shortly. So, just saying. Just saying. I know it looks crazy, but it can, and as much as that is gonna be weird, probably will. There's like too much volatility in that section there, and too much of how the gap will be perceived by the market, and yeah, it's probably gonna get filled. Those who already have, shorts on ASML, sorry. It's gonna be volatile, but yeah, will still do its thing. Well, market is closed, boys and girls. Market is done for today. Can watch post market right here in the continuous contract, right? But it's probably not going to be all that interesting. Should probably be heading out watching all sorts of reports. And who's reporting today? Who do we have reporting today? Those of you who know and follow, sorry, boys and girls, nothing has changed. We wait for the monthly to break down and make the market feel very, very painful for everyone. It's coming. Winter's coming. Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. Alrighty, boys and girls, I think since we've covered Palantir and everything today earlier, right? We spoke about Tesla. I think we've covered everything today. We've covered Apple, we've covered Nvidia. There's not much to say about Intel, as we know. Plug is not doing anything. There's nothing really to cover there. Firm we saw, Firm and Palantir, very similar. Boyfriend and girlfriend right there going on thing. Right. And Microsoft, we know we're heading down. It's just a matter of, completing this thing, and probably at some point soon going this very fun path and doing this stuff. We know that, and yeah, that's it. That's all for today, folks. I think we even looked at SoundHound today, even, right? By the way, I remembered because Christoph said sound. Sounds like town. What? Sounds like a town for The Witcher. I will admit, did not watch Witcher. I'm aware of it. I did not play Witcher either. Although I've played Skyrim and stuff like that, but I'm not big on the Witcher thing. I'm sorry. Not really knowledgeable, but could be. I'm not gonna be surprised. And welcome, Danny. Morket Dun. Yeah, indeed. Hello. Danny, sorry, we're adjourning today. Today is rather short because we done the previous session. We've covered most of everything that there is to be covered that is interesting. Not a lot has changed. We, looked at the regular culprits, looked at today's market, expectation for tomorrow, the upcoming sessions. So nothing really all that surprising. Wink, wink. We're kind of been, following that for a while. We know what we expect. Yeah, let's just see it play it out. We also know trouble is coming, right? Whether it's going to start tomorrow, whether it's going to start next week, in 2 weeks, closer to the election, after election, before election, no one knows, not even myself. These things usually are triggered by an event, and some of these events are not even on our radar yet because they haven't happened yet. Somehow, magnificently, wink, wink, magic. That's usually how it pans out to be. Next level, good to see you, man. We haven't seen you here in a while. Good to see you. Who am I missing today? Who am I missing? Who am I missing? Mike is here, definitely. Tom, my brother from another mother. Although he's probably watching, he's just with the kids or something, so he can't say hello. He's there in the background. Tom, we love you much. Spin the dice. Will we open green or red? I don't want to do that. That's kind of irrational to do. But I don't have to say, come on, Leo. You know that. Greg, what's going on with SMR? Yeah, I know you're kidding. I know it's good. Don't worry. It's good. Let's do a SMR for you, I guess, quickly. Why? Green, of course. Mike, not biased at all. Stunks only go up. Where is Stunky? Stunky. Also brother from another mother. Good friend. A bit crazy, alien, but otherwise he's good. Just noticed Midwest is missing. Right, Midwest is missing. Right, Midwest Cannabis. Coolest name in the Western Hemisphere. No Stunks today. No Stunks. Now Stunks is also usually around, maybe working. What the? Next, what is this? What's the reason? What's the explanation? What is this? What is this? What the fuck? What happened? Did they rob the Energizer Bunny? Well, what happened there? What was the event? So it's okay. So I'm not gonna be surprised. I see. So I'm not gonna be surprised if we're gonna look at the anything uranium nuclear related is going ballistic today, based on this sector-wide movement. Probably, I'm not gonna be surprised. The guys and girls, do we have more uranium stocks that move today that are surprising you? Maybe. So you ended up pushing back to the ceiling, right? No data. No data. Not good. I don't like this. This is not good. This is... Look, I don't know how far this deal can take them, but it's already not looking good for the long haul for them with that regard. Like this already looks like it won. The market is already prepping to correct this. So I'm not telling you to do anything. You do you. I'm just telling you that to me this looks weird, and I don't know how far it can run on the back of this news. Um, earnings. Mm, sure. So, I mean, you can see the trajectory here, right? It's you're shrinking. Okay, so you're actually you're climbing out of the hole. That's what you're doing with this. Very slowly, and at the same time, you're digging your hole deeper. I see. That was Q2 24. Soon earnings, which 39. No, man, look. You're not gonna climb out of this in a while. So this is tricky. This is actually very tricky. This is actually very tricky. Tricky, tricky. It's hard to rock on time. Something, 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 something dark side tricky. Right? Rock on time. It's tricky. Mm, same shit happened with lithium. I see. Yes, I'm trying to follow some more, understand the moves. It's very news driven, obviously. It's not. It's not too tied in with the indices, so it's. I mean, obviously. So you have your individual movement here, probably energy related, but energy, uranium energy, not. I mean, if I would be holding this thing, I'd probably have my stop loss around here ish. And even that is, I would feel like I would be very generous and I would follow it here and might trigger it somewhere around here manually before it even gets there. So that's what I would do with that thing, basically. Do you have a stock under $7 that you like? Well, currently, sadly, the S triple Q is above, so sorry, but it's close enough. I would. um, look, if I'm correct, and the market will do what I'm about to say, there's nothing I like in the market other than the S triple Q. Period. I do enjoy Plug, and I do see a potential move with it because it's so detached from the overall market and is far more related to the energy, right? Which is having its own struggle right now for various reasons, and had a bit of a boost by the. Oh, okay. Well, we're definitely not going to do that one right now. What is S triple Q? It's the opposite of the T triple Q. It's a derivative of a derivative. I highly recommend looking into this on Google, researching it deeply and understanding what it is, because the S triple Q is very, very fun and complicated. And that's the only true holding I have right now. In fact, I have 2,700 of it, or to be more clear, those who don't understand, 2,700 S triple Qs that have been DCAing into at an average of about low 11s right now. And I'm planning to have more. right? You really need to, yeah, it's a triple leveraged short on the Qs basically, which is the opposite of the TQs, T triple Qs. Again, it's something we talk about in Discord. Here on the lives, we don't do much of that. It's a headache, and to each their own. And again, the fact that Greg is holding it doesn't mean you guys should. All right, so you guys do your own due diligence. There's a reason why, in fact, we're gonna practice some fun this time around. You see, not financial advice. You do you, right? Look, those are very risky plays. You need to understand them very well and in depth before you do things you shouldn't be doing. Okay, if that makes sense. The fact that Greg is doing something should not be blind. In fact, you shouldn't be following blindly anyone. You are the best manager for your portfolio in the universe. Remember that. Okay, that's the sad reality of things. Boys and girls, I love you all a lot. Thank you for showing up, hanging out with me, hang out with the rest of you. Come and hang out with us on the Discord. Reminding you again, link is in the chat, boys and girls, right? We hang out every day. I do try to hang out. I've been feeling kind of iffy lately. There are some things, this and that, but I still, even on my shittiest days, right, I show up right there. There is a spot right there. It's called, let me show you what I mean. It's called the Open Forum. This is where we hang out. We have more trading, individual conversation happening in the trading room. Of course, the one-on-one is where I conduct my one-on-one sessions, the technical analysis academy, the one-on-one I have. Bloom Radio, I don't know if I don't know. I just don't want to be getting in trouble. Although I think we're allowed and all that. As far as I've checked, we're allowed and everything. Blah blah blah. So we have this running most of the time, although sometimes it runs, sometimes it doesn't. Floomflark, let's just call them by the name I used to call them in the office. Floomflark Radio. That is Floomflark. Yeah, you know that. You know them. Everyone knows them, right? Flimflam. Flum. Those guys. All right. Scott, hello. Scott Monosov. Monosov, what is that? I have no idea where you're from, Scott. I mean, based on Scott, you're probably from America. America. Yeah. Maybe Canada? But yeah, join the Discord, boys and girls. There's a link in the chat this very second. Hello, Scott. Hello. And yeah, join Patreon if you want to get access to the members partition. Patreon is only $10 a month and will be locked at some point. So yeah, we do have this partition, all of this members stuff other than the Tom's Academy and Investory. Those are, the Investory is open only for students. This one is open for various other members or patrons as well. Just patrons see this as well. For example, I was giving a shout out to the legendary Patrick Boyle, who was talking here about crypto and the blockchain and stuff like that, where Tom is friends with him, and I'm quite a fan, if I may call myself such. So yeah, we have that. Here's Tim, the legendary head admin we have here, right? Everybody respect Tim Titan, friend. Shout out Tim, you're a legend, love you much. And that's it, boys and girls. We're adjourning this session by wishing you all a wonderful evening. And I hope you today had a lot of fun and made a lot of money. And I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, boys and girls, have a good night. Cheers, bye-bye.